Many of you think that I'm not a fan of designer fragrances, but I really do love designer fragrances. If they release the great ones, I definitely will end up buying them and wearing them and enjoying them. In this video, I'm going to go ahead and discuss with you my 10 favorite designer fragrances from the last several years that I've been enjoying a lot. These are all very unique and excellent releases from designers. We're going to discuss those coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. This is Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. That's right. I have 10 designer fragrances here that I really love. These are my absolute 10 favorites, and these all have launched probably in the last, maybe they're 10 years actually, come to think of it. A lot of them are more modern, from the 2010s and beyond, but there are some in here that are from the 2000s. So we'll go ahead and get started with the number, actually we'll go ahead and get started with the 11th one in the list. I have an honorable mention. It's a more recent release, earlier from this year, and it's from the house of Gucci. And Gucci is a brand that I haven't talked too much about, but what I'm talking about is Gucci Guilty Absolute, this right here. Now this one is a pretty unique offering from this house. It's not truly original, but it's unique from what they've been releasing in the past. It's vetiver and leather, and it's bold and a little more unique than the previous editions of this release, the Gucci Guilty series. And I found this to be very classy and masculine for a designer and very unique for what they've been offering. And I really like it. And I wanted to do it as an honorable mention because if you haven't tried it yet, do check it out. Now this might have a little bit of animalic quality to it from the leather and perhaps even the vetiver in here. So it might turn some folks off, especially the ones that have been using the original releases in this series, the Gucci Guilty series. But yeah, so maybe it might come off a little mature, but I think give it a try. I think it's a great release for a designer. So number 11 is Gucci Guilty Absolute. So number 10, we're going to the house of Alfred Dunhill, or just Dunhill to be exact. And this is a fragrance that was launched about 3 years ago, and it's Icon, this right here. Now this is a really great release from a designer, and I really like it. And it is a very green and herbal citrus fragrance, and a dominant note in here is petitgrain with orange blossom. So it's very citrusy, floral, plus it has vetiver and some woodiness to it. So I really like this one. It's a very quality release. Now they have 3 different editions of this. They have 2 flankers of this fragrance, but still this is my favorite of the 3. I really like it a lot. So it's more of a freshie, but still, you know, kind of more potent and dense enough to be like something that's appropriate for spring and fall. Might not be right for winter. It might be a little too light. But then again, I think it's perfect for like an all-year-round signature fragrance. So check out Dunhill Icon, and this fragrance is also retailing for really inexpensively, around the $50 mark. I'll have a link in the info box. You can pick up a bottle. So Dunhill Icon is number 10. So number 9 is a fragrance from a house that I never really spoke about until this particular fragrance, and I have 2 from their collection now. Only 2. I haven't tried their really older releases. This is the house of Varvatos, and this is Dark Rebel. Now, why do I like this one? I think this is a truly unique offering for a designer fragrance, and it's utilizing the tobacco note, but there's this like fresh green quality to it, almost aromatic, and perhaps a little bit of a leatheriness as well. So just really unique for a designer release. I think the last 2 releases from Varvatos have been very truly unique offerings as far as scents go. Now people complain about the performance on this one, and yeah, it's a mediocre performance. It's not the best, but still, what's more important, a truly unique scent that I really enjoy, or something that lasts all day that I don't enjoy. But I'm going with the scent that's unique, and I find this to be a really cool, awesome, unique release for a designer fragrance. So check out Dark Rebel. Unfortunately, Dark Rebel Rider did not make this list. To me, Dark Rebel Rider was a little more subdued, a little more lighter, closer to the skin kind of scent, and this one actually projected more than the other. And overall, the fragrance is also to me a lot better than Dark Rebel Rider, but still both are great. So Dark Rebel is number 9. So number 8 is a fragrance from a house, designer house, Italian designer house, that's not really well known, but those of you that discover this one and like your bold, spicy, woody fragrances might dig it. I'm at the very bottom of this bottle. It's Costume National Homme. Here I do have a backup bottle, but I didn't pull it out for this video. So this one is all about spicy cinnamon and cloves, and it's got a lot like a woody dry down, but it also kind of comes off like dried fruity and a little bit of tea for me. But really, really lovely scent, and actually a pretty long-lasting release for a designer. And the nose behind this one is Dominique Ropillon, who's done various different fragrances that I'm a fan of. So if you like your fragrances to be more beefy, spicy, woody, this is one to definitely check out. And I find this very appropriate for cold fall, winter, and spring days. So Costume National Homme is number 8. At number 7 is a fragrance that's a flanker to a very, very popular fragrance. Now, why do I really like this one? This one is boozy. That's what I like about it. And it's not the sugariness of the original. And what I'm talking about is Carolina Herrera CH Men, this right here. Now, this is gorgeous. It smells awesome. It's a whiskey, and I'm going to spray some on because I'm not wearing anything right now. And this is going to be my scent of the day. But lovely, lovely scent. It does, hint at the original CH Men, but the booziness factor here is just awesome. It smells so, so good. And that's what I like about it, and that's why it's made it before the previous one, the Costume National Homme, because that booziness is very intoxicating and really, really like yummy. So I really crave the scent, and I love wearing it throughout the day. And actually, I love wearing this one in addition to the original version CH Men at night in bed. So I found this to be a little more not so relaxing or cozy as the original because of the booziness in here, but still such a great scent, and I love wearing it. Now, I did a review with another reviewer. I've always wanted to review this on my own. Perhaps we'll do it soon, but what a lovely scent. If you haven't checked this one out, do check it out. It's Carolina Herrera CH Men Privee at number 7. Going to number 6, another boozy fragrance, a designer that's not known for releasing clothing, jewelry. They're known for releasing automotives. It's Bentley for Men Intense, this right here. Now, as I said, I'm a huge fan of boozy fragrances, and we have several in here still coming up, 2 more I think. But what I like about this one is it's very, very niche quality, very, very unique offering. In fact, a lot of these are very niche quality for designer scents. When you bulk up all the designer releases and put these next to them, these can come off a little more niche quality compared to the basic generic releases. But this one overall is very, very unique and niche quality. And what I like about this one is the fact that you kind of have 2 fragrances and 2 niche fragrances into one. And those are Olfactive Studios Chambre Noire and Lubin's Idole wrapped up into one fragrance. So if you like both of those fragrances, you'll definitely like this one, or perhaps one or the other, or perhaps you won't even like it at all. But if you don't know it, do check it out. This is Bentley for Men Intense. Again, I'll have links to all these fragrances. You can check them out. There's some good deals out there for all of them. So that's number 6. So at number 5, we're doing another boozy fragrance. This is a very well-known designer. This is Christian Dior, and this is Fahrenheit Le Parfum, this right here. What I like about this one is the fact that it's not, well, it is a little bit of the original Fahrenheit, but this one is boozed up with the bourbon vanilla. So it has a boozy factor. It's got leather, the violet's still in there, but you've removed the petroleum, the dirty petroleum note, and it's become so cozy and comfy. It's really, really lovely. Out of all the flankers right now, I'm really enjoying Fahrenheit Le Parfum, and performance is also out of this world. It's an all day long enjoyment of this really, really great release that is rarely spoken about. So if you don't know it, do check it out. It's Fahrenheit Le Parfum at number 5. Going to my favorite house, actually, Dior is also one of my favorite houses. It's tied with this house. They both offer or release great releases. This is Mugler and this is Pure Havane, this one right here. And what I like about this one is tobacco with a cherry vibe. Although the cherry vibe is a little mellow, it's not too big, but it's honey tobacco, and it's reminiscent of like the tobacco from Cuba and things like that, or Havana. So that's why it's called Pure Havane. This is just a really lovely scent, perfect for cold days. Has a little bit of a cozy factor too from the honey in here, but it's tobacco after all, and just really a lovely scent. So if you don't know Pure Havane, do check it out. This is a new bottle that I picked up. The last one I had bought back in 2012, and so they have changed the name on these boxes now. It's no longer Thierry Mugler, it's now just Mugler, so do check it out. So that's number 4. I'll have a link in the info box if you want to check it out. And we're going back to Dior. The rest of the releases are either Dior or Mugler. So we're going to the house of Dior, as I said, for number 3. It's Eau Sauvage Parfum, this right here. What I like about this is a unique take on the original Eau Sauvage. And Eau Sauvage was a very groundbreaking masculine men's fragrance, although it's very unisex, I think, and I know a lot of women wear it because it's very pleasant. Citruses and vetiver, basically. And what they've done with Eau Sauvage Parfum is basically taken 3 of the notes from the original. They've taken bergamot, myrrh, and vetiver and made their own later, more oomphy, more beefy parfum edition. So definitely potent, definitely long-lasting, and really a great scent. As you can see, I'm really low on this one, so I'll probably upgrade. But the problem is they have a new 2017 edition, which I don't know much about. I haven't tried it, and I'm kind of scared to try it and see maybe it doesn't match this one. So perhaps I'll have to grab a 2013 edition, or 2012 is when this came out. So I'll have to probably find one of those, but I'm definitely curious to try the 2017 edition to see how they've changed it. So Dior Eau Sauvage Parfum is number 3. Going back to the house of Mugler, and now we're going to Pure Malt, the last boozy fragrance. Pure Malt is really a great release, one of the best from the house of Mugler, along with Pure Havane and the original Pure or Amen. But I like this one because it's the booziness, the whiskey, the barley, and the dried fruits. Just very yummy fragrance. The Mugler DNA is there, but it doesn't smell like Amen. You can perhaps pick up some of the notes from Amen in the dry down, but it is pretty much a brand new fragrance for me. I'm sure you know this one, and I'm sure you've tried it, but if you haven't, do definitely add this to your list to try, or pick up a bottle. I have a link in the info box, as I said, as this is one of the better designer releases from the last 10 years. So Mugler Pure Malt is number 2. Last but not least, my favorite designer. It's been like that for a good 2014, I think. Since 2014, this has been my favorite designer. Although I picked it up at the very end of 2014 in France. It's Dior Homme Parfum. As you can see, I've got really little bit left here. And what I like about this one is the original Dior Homme Intense, more intense. So Dior Homme Parfum is just a bigger, bolder, more potent, beefier edition, but it's not, I mean, it's very sexy for what it is, but it lasts a long time. It's all about the Dior Homme DNA, just amped up with leather and some rose, some ambers and woods. Just a really lovely scent, and I absolutely love it. And performance is just out of this world in this one. I'm just need to buy another backup bottle. As you can see, I'm getting low on this one. I use it a lot, and I'm fearing a reformulation coming on sometime soon. Perhaps they'll come up with a new edition like they did with Eau Sauvage 2017 edition. So we shall see. But if you haven't tried Dior Homme Parfum, get your noses on it. You might like it, or you might prefer Dior Homme Intense. I bought Dior Homme Intense before this, and I was always wanting more, and they delivered with this one. They really did deliver, and it's my favorite. As you can see, it's my number 1. So that's pretty much it. My top 10 designer fragrances in my collection, and I'm gonna say this, I don't hate designer fragrances. I just find a lot of designer fragrances smelling a lot alike. So when I go through Macy's especially, I go from one to the other, and it's very, very close with some minor nuances. So kind of just get tired of that. But if there's a unique release, like something unique like this, or you know, something unique like this, I'm all there. I mean, I like unique takes on designer fragrances, and I'll buy them if they're good quality and they smell unique. But if they all start smelling the same, then you know, I've already been there and done that. I don't need something similar. So that's the truth about me and designer fragrances. And so this is my top 10. What do you think? Do you have these fragrances? Do you want them? Have you tried them? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Please write below so we can get a conversation started. Also, if you want to pick up any of these fragrances, as I said, I'll have a link in the info box. You can just click and go right there, and I'll have links to places where you can get samples or decants as well. Alright guys, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.